What's that?
Oh, yes.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Hey, we're back.
Okay.
You're listening to the True Bull Virtual Cast with Goonie and Nemo. That's right. Yeah.
We are back. San
Black
Antonio.
and back. We're black and back.
We're
Black and black.
Hey, tape recorder. Listen to this. Hey, what's up, Craig?
Welcome to episode 408 of the True Bull Virtual Cast with Goonie and Nemo.
Yeah, buddy.
Brought to you by J&T Mechanical, House of Hughes, Redline Guns, and recorded salaciously
Yeah.
at the Tactical Finish Nemosa Studios in College Station, Texas.
This sounds great.
Wow, it's a beautiful February morning.
Yeah, dude.
Tuesday, February the 25th, 2025.
you got that right.
In the year of our men.
How you doing, Brussels?
I'm great, Brussels. I love your sprouts, Belgium. I love your waffles. And, Maya, I love...
Tape recorder, we've got a lot to talk about.
Hey,
the last episode...
Welcome back.
Yeah, we were, like, gone.
Ooh, Mr. Cocktail.
Yeah, you up your nose with the rubber hose?
Where?
Forget about it.
Why?
Hey, this podcast is brought to you by Epstein's mother.
That's right. Signed Epstein's mother's grandmother's toilet.
Of course, the intro was a little bit different, but thanks to John Sebastian, he sent us a song, and so a big up to him.
Yeah, because when he told us, I can't believe that's going to be the last episode. You don't even, no fanfare or nothing super grand. He just kicked y'all out. And
so old John goes, hey,
you can't go out like that.
Well, you got to do it this way.
Can't go out like that.
Thank you, John.
So this is going to be our last episode. And so, great to be back. Welcome back, episode 408.
And for all the people who believed it.
Our mother is the only one.
She's everybody talks about her, saying she's the most wonderful, nicest, she's the greatest mother, greatest person of all time.
She's got them all confused.
And then we get over to the house and she's
convinced.
Crying.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
She was upset that this was going to be our last show.
Yeah. And she's like, and you didn't even say anything about me.
So I feel bad. I
didn't.
We
I didn't. I was. At least I know somebody's listening.
Almost feel as bad as the time that we fake signed that basketball for Super Granny.
What?
Oh, whoa! Wait a minute.
Wait, what do you mean fake?
Never mind.
You mean Tony Parker didn't say we'll always have the Eiffel Tower? I saw him one time. Oh, it was an Eiffel.
He was already in another team. You should have figured it out.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, well.
You're embarrassed.
That's another story.
And a matter of fact, take that. Okay.
So now, since we've talked about everything, that's it.
That'll be it. I did want to give a couple of shout-outs to some folks that we had.
Shout-outs and shut-ups.
Last weekend we had Uncle Phil in town, so he wanted to go to Mitiera. So we thought we'd show up early.
Why did he want to go to Mitiera?
Because why?
I love the restaurant, but dude,
why pay $7 for a Mexican plate at
Roberts and Gilbert's Mexican restaurant
or at Alamo Cafe when you can go downtown to Mitiera and pay $17 for it and maybe get robbed.
And maybe you'll get it in 3 hours.
That's right. But
Mitiera was great, but in order to get there, and I know it happens to a lot of restaurants, you have to have your entire party there before you get seated.
Right.
Well, you have to, once you get the party there, then the wait starts.
Right.
So I'm like,
we waited.
Dude, we got here at 4.
Yeah. So we decided to walk around the Mercado.
Yes.
And we walked through a few of the shops. They were just about to close, about 6 o'clock, I think. But some of them were already closed. They'd only opened up long enough to close. And we went to a place called A Touch of Mexico, selling a bunch of just, trinkets and
dresses, shirts, souvenirs, all sorts of cool stuff in there.
You bought a guayabera, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that, right?
I did.
It was nice.
Very cool, and it's a sarape guayabera. I don't know if I can say that on radio.
Hey, watch your language there. Slice.
It's the coolest thing because
thank you.
I have every intention of making a guitar which has the pattern of the serape on it.
Nice.
That should make for some serious fiesta action.
It would almost look like a rainbow.
All right.
Something you want to tell me?
No.
Okay, good. So we walk into A Touch of Mexico, one of the shops inside of the Mercado.
Sí.
And we meet Herman Flores, and he has got a bunch of cool stuff. We found a Carolina Panthers lanyard.
He's got lanyards from football players all over
for $1.99. They were all $16. $16 he gave them to us for $1.99. And then on top of that, we were able to get a couple of shot glasses
that kind of resemble San Antonio Brahma horns.
Exactly. They're 2 mini boots.
Yep.
And you've seen the boots that come up and they hook up at the end. So we're going to put those on top of the cap.
I know Travis Spear has those boots.
They're going to look great. So shout out to Herman Flores from A Touch of Mexico there in the market. We were talking and he was looking down, writing some stuff down. And then he said, "Are y'all brothers?" And we're like, "I don't know. What do you hear?" And he said, "I couldn't tell which one of y'all was talking. I didn't know if it was both of y'all talking or just one of y'all." So we were kind of offended, and we told him, that's kind of racist.
So I changed my voice a little bit, and I said, "You know what?"
And I said, "You know what? You punk ass take that." So anyway, there we were, getting arrested from A Touch of Mexico.
Big ups to that guy.
Great. Go grab yourself a bunch of stuff from there. Grab yourself some lanyards from your favorite teams. They had football, basketball, baseball.
So we had to actually bribe him to listen to our album and our podcast.
I told him we'd give him a shout out. So next time I think we get 75% off.
All right, bro. So you're in forever.
Thank you so much. You got a great place over there, and maybe one day we'll do a live shoot there from your office in the Mercado. And
wow,
that would be great, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? It would be awesome if we had German Elvis up there dancing with us too.
Wow. His name is Max Nix Elvis. Nine. So
what is going on? We have no football. We have a little bit of golf, but nobody cares.
But wait, there's more.
What happened? S'mores?
Remember when we were at the bar at Mi Tierra?
I don't remember. Don't want to talk about that. That's why I was trying to segue into something. Okay.
It was great.
All right, go ahead.
There we are at the bar because we're there 3 hours early. I mean, I think we were there just on time because we got there because
we're Menchacas.
We were one shot in. They had Desert Door just standing right there. Shout out to Steve Oxner. They had Desert Door right there. It was
staring at me.
I could have grabbed it. I could have grabbed it from the bar because it was so close to me. I didn't, but I made them pour us a bunch of them.
Uh-huh.
So we had some Desert Door. Then we ordered some margaritas. And then right next to me, there's a guy standing there just, minding his own business, and
enjoying a shiner.
We struck up a conversation with him, and we ended up talking for about an hour and a half just he was from Michigan.
Michigan, yeah.
Yeah. His name was Chris Kimball.
Chris, big shout out.
From CEI Materials. He was in town for a convention.
Right.
And so he said, man, I'm just here hanging out, just thought I'd...
Wait, or for a conference. There's a difference between conference and convention.
Right.
Annie made it known.
Right.
Love you, Annie.
A conference is what I used to be called into every time I get in trouble when my parents would have to come into a conference. Convention is
when
my
you
favorite
put something in the oven.
Is my favorite kind of oven. Yeah, that's right. Cool. So now that we got that cleared up, we were talking to him for a long time, had a great time. He's like, man, I don't know how many people are going to show up. We're supposed to have like 12.
Yes.
But if we're short a couple of people, you're going to have to sit in and eat with us. And so we laughed about that for about 20 minutes. Then about an hour later, we finally got sat, and we brought him a drink. He brought us drinks, and he was talking to my parents, and they were talking about just BS stuff. So
anything.
So we finally get set down. We're all sitting there, and we order another set of drinks. And Tim's like, "Go get Chris. Go get him." I was like, "Okay, we got an extra seat. What the hell?" So I went over there. I was like, "Chris, bro, we got you, man. We got you, man. We come on in, bro. We already ordered you a fajita plate." And it's on the way, so we
actually did.
You can't leave us hanging like that, man, because I'm not going to eat an extra plate. So he said, "Oh, maybe, So I came and sat back down. Tim was like, "He didn't come with you?" I was like, "No." So Tim went over there, and when he came back, he had Chris in tow, or he had him by the shoulder. So he sat there and talked to us. Oh man, it was freaking great. We talked, and everybody's like, "Who's this guy?" And I was like, "Bro, this is Uncle Chris." So
the rest of the night we talked and hung out.
Yeah. And then he said he had to go to the restroom. So later on when he came back, about 5 minutes later, we were like, "Hey Chris, how'd everything come out?" And, he didn't understand. I was like, well, that's what happens when you eat those fajitas so fast. And so then he said, I got to take this call. So I was like, oh, bro. I was like, I can't believe the trust that you're giving us. This is the second time you're leaving. I already roofied you once, so I hope you make it back. So he looked at me kind of weird, and then so he came back about
whether or not to believe you.
Half an hour later, he came back, and so
we got concerned.
Yeah, we got concerned. We're like, what happened? Did he really get roofied? I don't know. Or was he planning on roofing me, and he thought that I caught him? But finally, when he came in half an hour later, the whole table, we stood up and we gave him a standing ovation.
And he had to take a call from the boss at that time. That's why he was gone so long.
And there was no way he was going to answer it with us at the table because he would have probably gotten fired. But he said he just loves talking to people because he's a salesman. Or he works in sales. He's like the sales manager, I guess.
We actually thought that he took that comment where he roofied you to heart.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Because some people, it was like that one time when I was.
I mean, stupid stuff happens like that, dude.
Exactly. Well, no, Chris Campbell's
you befriend somebody and boom, it's gone. That happens all the time.
Next thing you're on a Dateline episode. Yeah. But he is the national sales manager there for CEI Materials. It was so cool because we were just sitting there talking and everything and had a great time. And
he really didn't want to drink that last drink after all. I was watching him.
I took one drink out of it. I was like, it's safe. It's safe. Now we're both roofied.
And then he spit back in it.
But that reminded me of the story because I was like, he was really trusting and you could tell like he knew who we were. We weren't bad people. We wouldn't bring our mother to a roofie. Usually. But I told him, I was like, well, it reminds me of that time when I was driving from here to College Station, and this guy was like, hitchhiking on the side of the road. So I was like, you know what? It doesn't happen much more anymore. So I picked him up.
What?
And I picked him up, and he got in, and he was like, hey, thanks. He's like, where are you going? I was like, I'm on my way to College Station. He's like, bro, I'm going right there on the other side of town. I was like, cool, you can go as far as I'm going. He's like, awesome. So we go up about 5 or 6 miles, and I'm trying to make small talk. He's not saying much, and so he was like, don't you ever get scared by picking up hitchhikers? That you might have picked up a serial killer. And I just started laughing. I was like, bro, what are the chances that there would be 2 serial killers in the same car? So the conversation kind of died after that. He was fine. He didn't say much, but he said, go ahead and drop me off here at the cutoff here to Allsups. Never mind. So he ran. So anyway, I told Chris that story, and that's when he left. And but he was staying right there at the La Quinta across the street, so he didn't have very far to fall. Because we drank a lot. We drank a lot that night. So hopefully he made it to his meeting.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks, Chris. Great time.
Now, granted, his hotel was right across the street.
Right.
He didn't drive. He didn't even goober.
Right. And that's cool because I drove and
we're just talking.
Maronami.
And meeting people.
Forget about it.
Just, dude. Now we have some listeners in Michigan.
Yeah, exactly.
We're going to have some more listeners.
one listener in Michigan, and hopefully a listener at the market. Hopefully Herman Flores is listening too. So
yeah,
and that's the thing. A lot of people would have walked through all of those shops, maybe bought something, and then left, and then gone to the bar.
That is
had drinks with their family, gone to eat, and done that. But instead, we met 2 amazing folks. That are part of our story now, and they'll be part of. We'll be part of their story too.
Damn good story.
But yeah, it's a damn good story to tell.
Hand down.
But even Dave Chappelle, he's like, sometimes you got to know when you're in somebody else's story and when they're in yours. But that's a different story all in itself. But yeah, it was cool that we met 2 people that we wouldn't have, and who knows where that goes. Maybe one day we're in Michigan and we drive by and we talk to Chris. And we go and have some beers somewhere and meet family, and that's the way it is.
Well, maybe word got out and other people are listening to it, and they're going to hear our voices. Dude, y'all are the guys on the podcast.
Those are the guys from the podcast. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. It's like if you take care of people when you meet them. He was from another state, another half of the country, and he came in and he was like, man, those people in San Antonio are very nice. It could have gone another way where he said something and I was like, yeah, and then turned around.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned College Station because I went over there.
Another good story to tell.
To recertify for aircraft rescue firefighting certification, and I got it. And while I'm in the gift store, I just happened to mention if they had a website because there was so much stuff in there at that gift store at Teeks. And I couldn't get it all at that time. So she showed me the
She showed it to you?
the
Come on,
the
man. Let me show it to you.
website, and then she had just happened to ask, "Where y'all from?" I told her San Antonio, and she goes, "Yeah, I've got my son. It's well, she was actually from Ohio, and they were in San Antonio. They're working
Nice.
this gift store.
Yep.
Wasn't here very long, so I started saying, well, check this out. Let's make Texas a little bit smaller. So I told her about Virtual Country.
Yep.
I told her about the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
We started... we
wrestling?
just hit it
Wrestling?
off and started talking about the same stuff. Told her that I was writing a book, and she goes,
Oh, Lord.
I was talking about anxiety and soldiers overcoming stress, and she goes, oh my gosh, I want to talk to you about that because she has people that she talks to about anxiety and being overwhelmed. So I would love to do it.
Dude.
And that's how, instantly became friends. And as soon as I left the gift store, she told me, we're going to listen to the album right now. So
Nice.
I hope they got a nice warm fuzzy
Hope they
out
liked
of all
it.
these beer drinking
Dude,
songs.
that's what I'm saying.
But it was so flippin' cool.
Yeah. And like I said, that's kind of what we've always been about. Every time we go to a gig, if we don't meet somebody and make friends, then my mom or my dad does.
Yes.
And they're always, they're like, oh, these people like you. They're from such and such. They're from Seguin, or they're from Waxahachie, or they're
Right.
from Waco, and they know this person, our family, and next thing you know, those are connections we wouldn't have made if it
Right.
wasn't just for saying one thing to somebody or buying a drink.
But there is
whatever.
one Menchaca
Yeah.
who goes above and beyond.
Thank you. I
Over
appreciate
the
it.
top.
I appreciate you.
And that's DJ Renation,
Oh.
who can make a friend in seconds.
Exactly. And I can lose a friend in seconds. Watch this. Look at my Facebook numbers. They're about to plummet. And so another thing.
Tragically decreasing.
So what is all this with this Doja Cat thing that everybody's doing right now?
I don't know. Apparently, that's an album.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
And a lot of people are getting fired because of it.
Smoke on the water.
Is it a Doge on the water?
Yeah. So I don't know. I love Doja Cat. I don't know. I thought that was a cool thing. So
Well, politically, I'm going to stay out of it.
I'm politically non-committal. I vote every time I want to vote, and when I don't want to vote, I vote again. I vote twice.
If you're going to blame anybody,
Blame me.
blame those chickens with the flu.
Oh, those damn avians.
They should wear blankets or something.
Dude,
Don't
he's
get-
part of the avian nation right there, dude. Nine.
Wow.
Blame my German Shepherd. I don't know, but that was it was a good week. It really was a great week. So
It was fantastic. And now that we're back,
let's tell you what we're
San
going to do.
Antonio, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tape recorder, you'd realize that we weren't going anywhere. It was just another play on trying to get people to. It was feeble, but it was an attempt to get more listeners to go, oh my gosh, they're calling it quits, guy. And then friend hears it, bro, you got to hear this podcast.
Yeah.
Tell them not to go anywhere.
That's right.
Well,
So our
we
mother
never
said
got
it.
any response like
mother-
that.
our
We
mother.
did get a ones like,
About
okay,
time.
well,
About time.
Bye.
About time, yeah. So anyway, so make sure that you're always looking out for somebody, whether it's somebody you know or somebody you just see. If they look like they need a hand up or a hand out or just a hand, help them.
Yep.
If you can. If you can't, try to find somebody who can. That's what we've always done. It's kind of gotten us through the first 50 years of our lives. So
Yeah.
it should get us through the next 60 to 70.
So we're asking for help right now.
Minutes.
We need some good material for our next podcast.
Maybe some taffeta.
Call in.
Maybe some spandex.
Oh, I like the salted
Oh
taffeta.
my God, that's right.
That's yummy.
I dated
the salted
her.
caramel taffeta.
I got assaulted by Taffy once.
Stoppy.
Taffy all the way. Ooh, Laffy Taffy.
I know there's somebody out there saying,
remember
all right.
when I used to
He
live
always ends with
all
Super
the
Granny.
time. It's not ending, Hito.
Pelos.
We've only just begun.
Don't be sad,
Ooh,
Happy.
yes. Ooh, halebu boner chit.
Thank you for allowing us to talk about
Amener.
nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, tape recorder, it's time to go. We have a couple of interviews that we got to make.
I'm just a small town man.
Good. What part of
living
Bye?
in a trash can. I took the midnight man going all over the place.
Thank you for listening to our very first podcast.
That's right, episode 408-1-1.
That's good enough for me.
1. So yeah, until next time, you've been listening to Goonie and Nemo. We're a bunch of blowhards. We were trying to work on something, trying to become viral, and all we came up with was
avian flu.
Avian flu. Son of a... So we're both viral, really. Yeah, so now eggs are going to go up to $37. Forget about it.
Guys, don't buy so many eggs. You're not going to finish them.
Put a bit of your mother's ass and your sister's
Come on,
ass in
let's
it.
go.
And I'm going to go and we're going to go make a sandwich. Anybody want a sandwich?
Forget about it.
Marron on me, I tell you what. So anyway, you've been listening to the True Bull Virtual Cast with Goonie and Nemo, brought to you by everybody, listened to by none. And we just hope you all guys have a blessed day. And we will catch y'all down the road. We're going to be in Fredericksburg this weekend, having a good time at the Firefly Resort. So we're coming at you. Fredericksburg, and not Fredericksburg Road this time. So we'll catch y'all down the road. Until then, y'all be blessed. We'll see y'all.
Okay, bye-bye.
Ay, Dios mío.
Oh, yes.